I've been exploring this alley for some time. It's built in a strange way, and you probably never noticed. Your way back is blocked at 3 points, with this being the first. The second time they block your path is when you try to go back from here. If we go through this wall, we will end up in the street. It is a little darker than before, but it can get worse than this. If we go through here, we find this isolated piece of the scene. It may look weird and disconnected, but it's used to trap us once the enemies appear. Notice the bloody fence that blocks our path. If we go through the dead end that blocks our path, we end up in the same place, but without any obstacles. This allows us to go back to the entrance, but this time, under a rain-soaked, darker sky. Once again, by going through here, we get to the street, but this time it's raining instead of snowing. Even though the alarm is sounding loudly, I know there are no enemies here, so it's a relaxing walk in the rain. It feels strange to walk through the town under these weather conditions and without any enemies. I even made it to the cafe, but there's no way to get inside. Now it's time to move on. Let's continue until it gets even darker. This is the reason I first started this experiment. I wanted to see the town at night with only the lighter to illuminate my path. I have to admit that at this point the atmosphere is starting to freak me out a little. Even though I know there are no enemies around, I feel like something might be waiting for me somewhere. Let's continue even further, to the point where the enemies are supposed to appear. By this time, I've been messing with the game for so long that they didn't even show up. Here you can see the disconnected scene that I showed you before. This is the third time the game blocks our path. If we go through this fence, there's nothing beyond that point. I kept walking for a while until I reached this room. If we continue onward, we'll find this isolated piece of land. It's just a small square of terrain, disconnected from the rest of the town. It must be the scene with the entrance to the sewers. After a while, I made it back to the street. This time I was growing nervous. The enemies were supposed to have appeared a long time ago, and I didn't know if they might just jump out of nowhere at any moment. Certainly it didn't help that I passed through this point where the camera suddenly changes perspective without notice. Going through this guide takes us to an alternate version of the same alley where we find Cheryl's drawings. I continued from here and discovered this. I can't quite tell you what this is. It seems I'm under the floor and the light doesn't reach the surface. If you have any theories, please leave a comment down below. I tried to illuminate the place, but I couldn't find a way to do so. This might be the interior of a building. Finally, I aim to return to the entrance. If successful, I would be the first person to traverse the alley from start to end and back without dying. And here we are, back where it all started, but now it's nighttime. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and be sure to let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more exploration of this game. As always, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to my supporters. Have a great night.